Daf Yomi, Tractate Bava Batra. Oh, whoops. Forgot to knock. Should I knock? We don't have to always knock. Okay, Bava Batra, 133b. Ahu da'amar lechabrei nechasei lach v'acharech laploni rishon ra'i liarsho havi shchi rishon asa shnei ka tava. Okay, I'll knock. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Katava. There was a certain person who said to another, "My property is given to you, and after you to so and so, and the first one was fit to inherit from him. After the first died, the second came and claimed the property." Sofer of Elish, Kamid Rav Elimemar. Sofer of Elish. Kamid Rav Elimemar, Sheni Nami Shakil Amrle, Dani de Chatzatzta Hachidaini, Lav Hainu, the Shalach Rav Acha bar Rav Avia, Rav Elish, who was in the presence of Rava, thought to say that the second also takes a share of the property. He divides it with the heirs of the first. Rava said to him, "Judges of compromise, who, as a matter of course, divide disputed property between the parties, rule in this manner. But isn't this identical to the case concerning which Rav Acha bar Rav Avia sent a ruling that the second receives nothing? Iksif kari ale ani Hashem bi'ita achishena." Rav Elish was embarrassed by his mistake. To comfort him, Rav read the following verse about him: "I, the Lord, will hasten it in its time." Isaiah 60:22, as if to say, it was due to divine providence that I was here to correct you before your mistaken ruling was implemented. Alright, that was it. New Mishnah. The Mishnah says, "Hakosev is nechosev l'acherim, v'hini achesbanav, ma she'asa asui, el ein ruach hachamim nocha himenu." Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel omer, "Im lo hayu banav noegim keshura, zachur latohov." With regard to one who wrote a document granting his property to others as a gift and left his sons with nothing, what he did is done, meaning that it takes effect, but the sages are displeased with him. Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel says if he did so because his sons were not acting properly, he is remembered positively. The Gemara says, "Iboilu mi pli Rabbanan Eliezer Shimon ben Gamliel Olo." A dilemma was raised before the sages. Do the rabbis disagree with Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, maintaining that depriving one's children of their inheritance is inappropriate in any event, or not? Tashima, the Gemara suggests coming here, the Yosef ben Yoezer haya lo ben shelo haya noheg kishura. Yosef ben Yoezer had a son who was not acting properly. Havale Elisa the dinare kam akadje azal nasiv bat Gadael klili Diani Malka Olida di Betayu Zavila Bilita Kara Ashkach Ba Margalita. So Yosef ben Yoezer had a son who was not acting properly. Yosef ben Yoezer had a vessel full of dinars, and he arose and he consecrated it to the temple treasury, depriving his son of his inheritance. His son went and married the daughter of King Yanai's crown weaver. After the son's wife gave birth, he bought her a fish. He tore its stomach open and found a pearl in it, and he decided to sell it. Okay, I'm not sure what that has to do with the father. We'll see. Amrle lo tamti l'malka d'shakli la minachti b'demei kalidi. Zil amatei l'gavi gizberi v'lo tishamai at. Di amrito ligovoa kemisiras o lehediot ela lishamua inehu. His wife said to him, "Do not bring it to the treasury of the king to sell it, as they will take it from you for an insignificant sum of money. Rather, go bring it to the temple treasurers, and do not praise it yourself, as declaration to the Most High is equivalent to transfer to an ordinary person, and if you offer to sell it for an amount less than it's worth, you will not be able to change your mind. Rather, let them appraise it." Am taye shamua betule sar ila oso didinare amrele sheva ika shisleka amrelahu sheva havuli shis harehen mikudeshis mikdashos lishamayim. He brought it to the temple treasury, and they appraised it as having the value of 13 vessels full of dinars. The treasurer said to him, "There are 7 ilyat of dinars at your disposal to pay for the pearl, but there are not an additional 6. He said to the treasurers, "Give me the 7 in exchange for the pearl, and as for the additional 6, you owe me, and they are hereby consecrated to heaven." Amdu v'kasvu Yosef ben Yoezer hichnis achas, ubeno hichnis shehesh. V'ika de Amri, Yosef ben Yoezer hichnis achas, ubeno hotzi sheva. The treasurers arose and wrote, "Yosef ben Yoezer bestowed 1 ilyata to the temple treasury, and his son bestowed 6. And there are those who say that they wrote, Yosef ben Yoezer bestowed 1 ilyata to the temple treasury, and his son removed 7, which he received for the pearl." Also, either he got 7 or he gave 6. Either way. So, but why was he rewarded so much if he was acting so bad? Doesn't really make sense. Maybe he wasn't acting so bad. Maybe his father was just paranoid. Anyway, Midika Amri Hichnis Miklal Shapiravad. Adrab Midika Amri Hotzi Miklal Delav Shapiravad. The Gemara infers from the fact that they paid approvingly that Yosef ben Yoezer's son bestowed 6. By inference, he acted well when he left him out of his inheritance. The Gemara responds on the contrary, from the fact that, according to the second account, they said disparagingly that he removed 7. By inference, Yosef ben Yoezer did not act well when he left him out of his inheritance, as he caused money to be removed from the temple treasury. Rather, no inference is to be learned from this story, either way, with regard to the dilemma as to whether the rabbis agree with the opinion of Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, as the 2 accounts contradict each other on this matter. My havale tashima damar le Shmuel or Yehuda shinina lo tave be abore achasanta afilu mibra bisha livratava cholshin mibra levarta. The Gemara asks, what halachic conclusion was reached about this matter? Come in here, as Shmuel said to Rabbi Yehuda. Shinina means sharp one. Do not be in a house where inheritance is transferred away from its rightful heir, even if it is transferred from a wicked son to a good son, and all the more so if it is transferred from a son to a daughter. Evidently, the rabbis hold that inheritance should not be transferred in any case. Tanu Rabbanon, the sages taught in the Braise, Maise B'adam Echad Shelo Hayu Bonav Noegin Keshuro, Amad Dekasav Dechasav Yonis and Ben Uzil. Ma'asu Yonatan ben Uziel, Machar Shlish, Bigdi Shlish, Yakti Lebanov Shlish. The sages taught there was an incident involving one man whose children did not act properly. He arose and wrote a document transferring all his property to Yonatan ben Uziel, one of the sages, as a gift. What did Yonatan ben Uziel do? He sold a third of the property for his needs, and consecrated a third of the property, and returned the remaining third to the man's children. Ba'alav Shammai b'maklo v'tarmilo. Amrlo Shammai, im ata יכול להוציא את מה שמכרתי, מה שקידשתי, אתה יכול להוציא מה שחזרתי. Shammai came to Yonatan ben Uziel with his staff and traveling bag to protest his giving part of the property to the man's children against the deceased's wishes. Yonatan ben Uziel said to him, Shammai, if you can repossess the property that I sold from the purchasers and the property that I consecrated for the temple treasury, you can repossess what I returned to the man's children as well. Maybe he wasn't trying to repossess, maybe he was just protesting. He was just angry at it. Anyway, that's that.